Let's take a look at the Baltimore Ravens 2021 NFL Draft Class. We'll run through all these players first, then discuss them more in depth. Rashod Bateman, the pick in round 1, number 27 overall. As a reminder, the Ravens did have 2 first-round picks. Odafe Oweh out of Penn State, round 1, number 31 overall. Ben Cleveland in the 3rd, along with Brandon Stevens. One of those I like, the other not so much. I love the Tylan Wallace pick, though, in the 4th round. Shaun Wade, where he should have been a 5th-round pick. DAELIN Hayes out of Notre Dame. And then Ben Mason, who, he is just a perfect Ravens pick in the end. So before I give my analysis here, I want you guys to grade the Ravens 2021 NFL Draft Class. A, B, C, D, or F. Get your votes in right now. I gave the Ravens a B. They did not really fill their right tackle, although they did sign Alejandro Villanueva earlier on Tuesday. But get your votes in. I gave them a B here. I like it. It's not perfect, but this is a good draft class by the Ravens, beginning with a much-needed round 1 pick, Rashod Bateman, who I had as a top 20 player in this year's class. He can be that quote-unquote X receiver. They've tried with Dez Bryant and Miles Boykin and others over the years. Bateman, I think, could be a legitimate number 1 guy for Lamar Jackson. Is he as fast as 4.4140 says? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's just a little bit juice there. But he can be a number 1 receiver. I loved this pick by the Ravens. He should have gone earlier. To get him where they did was really good value. They needed to find a better actual receiver, someone who's not just fast. That's what they got with Rashod Bateman. Odafe Oweh here is the pick out of Penn State. He did go by Jason with the Nittany Lions, but wants to go by his actual first name going forward, so we're going to respect that here at Chat Sports. With that said, I know how much of a freak athlete Oweh is. His 4.3740 isn't that juiced. He checks off all the boxes you want for size, length, athletic ability. He, however, did not ever check off the box for production. I know it was limited year at Penn State, 0 sacks, and he wasn't even that disruptive. He should have had some sacks. That concerns me. So the upside is there. I think he's a good fit for the Ravens. But it is a gamble, and not one I'm sure I would have made given who else was on the board at the edge rusher spot. The Ravens once again spent a late day 2, early day 3 pick on the interior offensive line. They went out and they drafted Ben Cleveland, the guard out of Georgia, who tested off the charts, and I am very confident to say it was definitely juiced there by the Georgia Bulldogs. But I had him at number 103 overall, so it's a good pick. Right where I thought Cleveland should have gone, and I would not be that surprised if in the Ravens scheme, which he's a perfect fit for, by the way, he ends up being a starter sooner rather than later. Brandon Stevens at the team's deepest position was the pick in round 3, number 104. You can kind of tell by my inflection there. I don't get this pick. I had a 5th-round grade on him. He's a good athlete, good height, weight, speed guy, 6 foot, 213, 4.4440. I thought this was a reach. I did not think Stevens should have gone this early, and it doesn't really feel, unless the Ravens are going to do something weird with him, I think he'll be a good special teams player, but I'd rather have gone in a different direction than where Baltimore did here at the end of day 2. They redeemed themselves, though, at the top of round 4, number 131. Tylan Wallace. This was one of my guys. I know his traits aren't great. He's not the biggest guy. He's far from the fastest guy. But he is going to be one of the toughest dudes out there on the football field. Wallace, the pick here by the Ravens in round 4. I'm going to make him my slot receiver. Let him and Devin Duvernay compete for that slot receiver role, and let your other guy be your wide receiver 4. I think Wallace is going to be the type of guy who outplays his measurables when we look back on the draft class 4 or 5 years from now. Shaun Wade was a worthwhile gamble in the 5th, and I wonder if for the Ravens, he's going to move to safety, because I was excited about Shaun Wade after for the 2020 draft class before the season began. He was a nickel corner for Ohio State, played some safety, has good athletic ability, he's built long. He's going to be a great fit at the outside cornerback. And then even though he was a first-team All-American, proving once and for all the college football voters literally don't watch the game they're paid to cover. Rashod Bateman was terrible last year. One of the worst corners in all of college football. Nobody got beat as often and as badly as he did from a statistical perspective. It was a disaster. But in round 5, that's where I had him graded. Maybe you can find 2019 Shaun Wade a worthwhile gamble here for the Baltimore Ravens, All right, Daelin Hayes is the pick here, round 5, number 171. I like this one. Adding some extra edge rusher depth never bothers me. I had him 166 overall on my board, so that is exactly where I thought Hayes should have gone. Not quite the elite athlete I think you're searching for, but he's got decent length as well. The jumps were pretty decent. Overall, about where he should have gone. I love the depth pick there. Smart move by Baltimore. And then the most quintessential Ravens pick here. We're going to list Ben Mason as a tight end. He's going to be a fullback, H-back, maybe even some linebacker. The player comp I had for him before the NFL draft, Patrick Ricard. You Ravens fans know exactly who that is. Of course, Ben Mason gets to go from one Harbaugh to the other one. This could be the rare 4-down player. Offense, some defense, and plenty of special teams value as well. I didn't think he should have gone this early, but you know what? It was the last Baltimore pick. Spend it on someone you would have tried to sign in free agency. So which was your favorite draft pick? Get your votes in the comment section. I'm going Rashod Bateman, but I thought about Tylan Wallace. So let me know what you guys think in the comments right now.